I'd like to say thank you to all the York people who come out to Lancaster. So tonight I'm representing Lancaster, coming back to York. So I was at a spiritual workshop once, and this was the question. Have you ever been really, really thirsty? And I have two stories that answer this question. We'll see if I get to both of them. If I hear the ding, I'll stop with just one. So I grew up next to the most beautiful place on earth, I think, U.S. for sure. I grew up near Yosemite, and we got to take a lot of trips there growing up with our school. Not with my family. We basically just did Disneyland, and that was only every other year. They were kind of agoraphobic, so it was just with other people. So it had been a while. I had gotten married, moved away, came back, and my sister was in town too. So she said to me, and this is my younger sister, who always acted like my older sister, and it was also the sister who probably never should have been here. I think all of us, I heard this kind of talk at work the other day. They were saying how, yeah, I was an oops baby. My siblings are like 10 years older and all that. Well, we're still close in age, but my mom had a tendency of oversharing, and one time her, I share a lot about my personal life. If you've been to Lancaster, you know this, but I'm embarrassed to say this. But my mother shared the fact that you should never try to reuse a condom. So my younger sister was there and said, the sister that shouldn't have been there, she said, hey, let's go hike this waterfall. And Yosemite's incredible. I can't describe it. Somebody once told me last week that the Sistine Chapel looks just like the pictures. Yosemite's not like that. It's the great outdoors. If I remember right, you come through this tunnel and you see El Capitan and you see Half Dome, and it's incredible. Ansel Adams, John Muir. It changed the reason we have national parks. I'm sorry, I'm passionate about this because it was this huge, incredible, bright spot in my life. So we go to climb this waterfall. She said, put on a swimsuit. You can, when you get to the top, you can actually sit in the water and relax, and it's just really cool. So I don't remember seeing any porta potties, and if there were, we did not use them. We did not bring any water bottles. So it was a pretty long hike, and the entire way, I kept saying, I have to go to the bathroom. I need a drink of water. I am very, very thirsty. And people smiled and laughed at me, and I couldn't care less. So we made it to the top. I took a drink of water, and then I peed in the waterfall. So there you have it. That's my first great outdoors story. The second one is my adopted home is here in Pennsylvania. Of all the places, I love Wisconsin the best. It has 4 seasons. California was great, but our winter was fog. It wasn't a season. So Wisconsin is great, but Pennsylvania is almost as great, and you have less snow. So it's my adopted home. And this past year, I've been really, really thirsty. I've had a lot of bad shit in my life, and I'm used to that. But this past year, I had a close friend, and her son died unexpectedly, tragically, negligently, not on their part. And I found myself in the spot that I put friends, that of listener, where you just are there, and you're there for someone to talk to. And it's really an inadequate place to be. So I've been doing that and enjoying it, enjoying giving back to this friendship. And I knew she had family for Easter. I didn't need to be there. So I knew somehow that this place I heard about called Ricketts Glen would satisfy my thirst. So the drive up there was beautiful. The right song would play. I would cry some. I would smile some. I would reminisce. I get there. I cry when I see the sign. Ricketts Glen, because I knew this was what I was thirsty for. Somebody told me about an access road where you can go and watch the waterfalls and write and meditate. I didn't find that. The park ranger tried to tell me you go to the top because you don't want to climb 7 miles. Somehow in my voice, she knew you're not ready to climb 7 miles to go see waterfalls. So all I did was walk, hear, feel the crunch of the gravel, listen to the gurgling stream, touch the bark, the grooves, the smoothness, depending on the tree, feel the wind blow my hair. And, you know, what can I say? Nature is the lover of my soul, and it works for me. Thank you.